What's going on, fam? Back with another video. Hope you guys have been doing well. For today's weekend video, it's gonna be a short one. I'm just gonna be covering you guys Toshi, and I just want to reevaluate why I'm so bullish to you guys on Toshi, and I'm just gonna go through my thesis on why I'm so bullish on Toshi, as well as just a general update on base chain and its progress. But without further ado, I'm Dope Oxide. I make content on YouTube, X, and CoinMarketCap, so be sure to follow those pages, and let's get right into it. First of all, no Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis today. It really isn't any updates to show you guys, hence why I want to make this video just for Toshi. But for liquidations at least, we had a pretty decent liquidation past 24 hours. We had $600 million with majority going to the longs. Good things for sure, we have majority of the market actually on the short side. So I do expect short squeezes to occur over the weekend, if not Monday, because it just seems to me there's a lot of people already getting bearish just on this little dip we had on Bitcoin. But that's all to the market updates for Bitcoin and liquidations. Let's get right into Toshi. So first of all, for Toshi, I did a tweet a few days ago on just a thesis update on why I'm so bullish on Toshi. And just to tell you once again, guys, look, when it comes to prerequisites like Ethereum breaking out, having massive inflows into the base chain ecosystem, etc., I really do believe if those prerequisites do come to fruition, Toshi will probably be at least $1 billion plus market cap by the end of this bull cycle. Probably multiple billions, but let's see where we go, and we'll take it one step at a time. And of course, I go through my requirements checklist for that. But as always, I think it's a bit complicated on why you should not have not only just Toshi, but why you should actually hold the largest meme coin on base. So when it comes to base chain is owned by Coinbase. And just going back to my thesis for Coinbase and base chain, Coinbase is actually incentivized to bridge all of their users into the base chain ecosystem because they actually make more revenue per user on their base chain L2 over their central exchange. So it's pretty much a clear relationship where Coinbase is totally incentivized to bring users on chain, and they're just going to make a shit ton more revenue if they onboard those users, Web2 users, onto the on-chain L2. But when it comes to the actual thesis around Toshi, look, Toshi is the #1 base native meme coin of base chain, and in my opinion, Brian Armstrong is the new CZ of his bull cycle. Toshi is named after Brian Armstrong's cat. That's why the relationship is so strong, and I really do think, especially with the Coinbase stock going on an absolute rampage. Like if I go to the Coinbase stock now, I believe it's in all-time highs. So let me just double check it. Yeah, so it's well into all-time highs. I guess the first day was technically 427. So it's literally $8 off all-time highs. And this just gives it more merit to the thesis because Coinbase is such a massive play in the crypto space. It just gives it more merit to Toshi because Toshi is the face of base in my opinion. And if you do believe Coinbase makes new highs on the stock, if you believe Ethereum is going to make new highs, all-time highs, Toshi is going to be the high beta of all of that because meme coins generally do really well on each chain. Every chain has their own face. So like Solana, the top meme coins over there is Bonk. Top meme coin on Ethereum mainnet is Pepe, etc. So when it comes to Toshi, Toshi is a new coin of his bull cycle, and I really do think that once base chain gets the net inflows I'm expecting, Toshi will go absolutely ballistic. We're already seeing that now, especially with new products getting released by Coinbase for base chain. They're releasing the base app. They'll be releasing a new DEX trading experience for retail users on their Coinbase app. So I do expect a lot more inflows to go into Toshi, Alien Base, etc. But this video is around Toshi. So when it comes to fundamentals, Toshi is a base native meme coin. It's fairly launched. It isn't a stupid Cabal token like Brett, like Ski, etc. Toshi is fairly launched. It got CTO'd pretty much like the first month it came out. The original developer actually rugged the treasury, and then Coco took over the team and just took over the branding and has been following it since. And since then, it's been fully organic. They haven't paid for any KOLs, which is a really good start and pretty much a massive thing for tokens like Toshi, because that's pretty much the main reason why I really believe Toshi got listed on Coinbase over Brett, because Brett's just full of paid KOLs and Toshi has none of that. And Coinbase is definitely going for the organic routes, hence why Coinbase actually listed Toshi. And of course, Toshi does have product and utility. They have products like Toshima, etc., Toshi Tools, and it's one of the most OG base native meme coins. So it actually TGE'd back in August 2023, so nearly 2 years now. When it comes to TA market analysis, Toshi just looks so good right now. So this is the on-chain chart for from Desk Screener. So of course, TG back in 2023, but this is one of the earliest charts because Toshi did actually redeploy contracts twice. so you can't actually get the 2-year-old chart because it just isn't there, because it was technically on a different token contract. So this is one of the oldest charts you can look at, hence why I really like using the 3-day chart. For the Coinbase chart here, you can't use 3-day for like RSI levels, etc., because it just isn't old enough. It got listed on Coinbase back in January, so I like using lower time frame kind of targets, especially like the 12-hour, because for Coinbase charts, it isn't old enough. But nonetheless, when it comes to the on-chain charts, Toshi on the 3-day is looking absolutely amazing. We had that 3-day close above our consolidation pattern. As you guys can see, we've had lower highs but higher lows, which is a typical squeezing consolidation pattern. It just shows that there is seller exhaustion every time we've had a higher low. And to me, in my opinion, with this 3-day close, this is the beginnings of an all-time high run. And in my opinion, it's going to be confirmed once this RSI actually closes above this downtrend. So as you guys can see, every time we've hit this RSI level, we've been kicked back and we've had a downtrend to occur. But as you guys can see, look how close we are to actually closing above. Pretty much, if we close above 300 mil in the next, in the next 2 days, if we do close above, that will be a confirmation there is seller exhaustion, buyers are stepping in, and the trend is up. So the trend has been down for Toshi the past 7 months now, and we're finally having that breakout. And I really do expect with this breakout, we're going to have a lot of catalysts coming up for Toshi. So I do expect possibility of like Binance listing, OKX listing, maybe even Robinhood, etc. Because when it comes to the face of base, Toshi is the face of base, and the market cap and volume is going to get to a point for Toshi where these bigger T1 exchanges just have to list the token because they want to get a piece of the pie for the volume and fees. But when it comes to charts for 3-day, yeah, it's just looking absolutely amazing. We had that close above, so of course we had that downtrend, and we finally had a close above as of 15th of July, and it's looking like we're looking for continuation. And when it comes to the lower time frame charts, so this chart is from the Coinbase chart, and as you guys can see, looking also amazing. I've got different levels of resistance to look at. So of course, when it comes to the moving averages, I did show you guys over on my X. We had this really nice moving average where we actually tested as resistance, then we started testing as support, had a squeeze up, and then we broke down, tested as resistance 3 times, and then we actually squeezed above it, and now actually holding it as support. And since we've actually held that support, we actually broke above, claimed our major support level, which was pretty much my nail in the coffin for the bears. This pretty much just implies to me Toshi is looking for continuation to the upside and is in the early innings of an all-time high run. So that level was the 6.5 region. I did have a must-hold text here for so long, because it was so important in my opinion that this level had to be held, and it looks like it has. If I zoom in on the lower time frames, let me go to the 1 hour. As you guys can see, and let me just clear these lines up because it's looking really messy right now. Yeah, so as you guys can see, we broke back above, retested support, had a little lower time frame double top, and then a downtrend did occur the past 24 hours, and we tested it and it was holding it as support. So of course, support is support until it isn't, and we broke above, had a massive squeeze up, and it does look like Toshi wants to break out this weekend to new highs, but let's see how we go. But really, as long as this support gets held at the 6.5 key region, I really do think Toshi is well on its way to the 400 mil target, which is the 0001 region. And pretty much once it breaks above that, which I really do think, as you guys can see, really the only resistance is filling that wick to the 1 billion side. There really isn't much resistance. If we zoom in on the 12-hour, I guess you could say around the 0.0014 is a resistance, but there really isn't just enough volume profile data to show that will be a resistance. I really do think it'll be a quick sweep of that, filling that wick to the 1 billion target, and who knows, we might get more listings and T1 listings to actually push it above and beyond, which I really do think is going to happen, because if you believe Ethereum is going to make all-time highs this bull market, as well as base chain and Coinbase making new highs and new inflows within the L2, Toshi's going to get a massive influx of those inflows, because meme coins do well, base chain is going to do well, and Toshi is the #1 meme coin in base. Don't complicate it. Of course, you can go through other meme coins on base chain. You got meme coins like AEROBUD, Mr. Miggles, Keycat, etc. I really like AEROBUD because AEROBUD is in its own category. There really isn't much dog tokens on base chain. If I go to AEROBUD and show you guys the chart, because the chart is technically lagging, but it's a microcap. Like I told you guys on Alien Base is also a microcap, and I do expect that to also lag, because generally microcaps do really well at the peak end of a bull cycle, and we're just not there yet. We're probably like 2 months away. But when it comes to AEROBUD, I believe we actually... Okay, so it looks like we've technically rejected for now on that 3-day RSI like Toshi is doing. So Toshi's actually broken above, but AEROBUD looks like it's rejecting. But nonetheless, when it comes to AEROBUD, AEROBUD is one of the biggest dog meme coins on base chain, and it's such a lower market cap than Toshi. But I really do think AEROBUD would do well, and if not better when it comes to multiples for Toshi. But of course, risk to reward, when it comes to risk, Toshi is less riskier because it's already on Coinbase. It's already on really respectable exchanges. So you guys can decide which one you invest in. You can even just do a ratio like a 80% into Toshi, 20% in AEROBUD, or you can just go with alien-based Toshi and a few others. But yeah, when it comes to Toshi, look, it's looking so good on higher time frames. When it comes to the verdict, higher time frames, pretty much as soon as we break 530 mil on the 3-day, there really isn't much resistance up until the 1 billion area, and I do expect central exchange listings will help with that. And when it comes to intermediate resistances, definitely the next one is at 0.0084, and then after that, the 0.001 when we delete the zero. But of course, when it comes to Toshi, it's just looking so great when it comes to fundamentals. And just a reminder, because of course, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion, and I'm just really relaying what I see and what I'm expecting. So of course, when it comes to prerequisites, if we do see Ethereum and just massive inflows into the base chain, it just increases the likelihood that my targets will be hit. Of course, I don't really like telling you guys price targets, but I really comment like when Ethereum goes to all-time highs and base chain's TVL metrics at least 10x from here, it's pretty easy to see a 1 billion plus Toshi. And of course, when it comes to the smaller coins like AEROBUD, Alien Base, we can even see larger multiples of that 10x for base TVLs. So that's all to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you'd like this kind of video. I might be doing more in-depth videos of certain coins and just the thesis update and how it works along with base chain. Because really, when it comes to base chain, you want to be investing in tokens that are the number one of their niche. So Toshi is the number one best base native meme coin on base chain. Alien Base is the best DEX trading experience on base chain. AEROBUD is the best dog meme coin on base chain, etc. So don't overcomplicate it. And if you just base your investments off just finding the best of certain niches, you'll more than likely improve your trading. But that's all to the video, guys. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Peace.